The first and the most important is to be a support to pastors and their work, particularly smaller congregations. We're a biblical counseling ministry, and so I work with pastors and their families when they're in need. That's one of our goals, or one of the areas where we work. The second is where we actually do face-to-face biblical counseling with other Christians. And so pastors will often send their folks to us, and we meet with them in person or online, and we hold to the scriptures as our foundation for how we work with folks. The third area is in training. We try to help pastors and churches to train up individuals in their congregations to help with some biblical counseling needs. The studies show that some of the best counseling that there is comes from lay counseling, people working with other people that they already know. And then the fourth area where we work is where I just go in and I fill the pulpit for pastors. I give them a break. I share my story. I talk about the ministry of Christ-centered solutions. Overall, we want to be a help to those pastors, primarily who are single pastors in churches that are in rural areas, churches that are in decline, where they can't afford other staff members. Well, they can visit our website at christcenteredsolutions.org, and on that site there's a place to set appointments. There's also a contact page with our number in North Carolina and South Carolina, or they can also reach me directly at 910-620-0313. Well, one of the greatest areas when it comes to pastors is that oftentimes they feel like they're alone. They don't have, or they feel like they don't have people that they can turn to when they're struggling, and oftentimes they put on the front to their people that all is okay when it's really not. And so reaching out to pastors, doing biblical counseling or coaching with them. Normally, if I'm working with a pastor, we set up 10 weeks and we do 2 hours a week of coaching. And some of that might be concerning their personal lives and their walk with Christ. Some of it might be just areas in the church where it might be a young pastor or a new pastor, and they're trying to figure their way, and they're trying to piece together what they can do for their specific congregation. I would encourage folks, and I often do, to go to my YouTube page, Just Thinking, Rod West, and to go to the testimony folder. And in there you'll find my story, and it's actually titled A Pastor Who Struggles with PTSD. And it will give you an indication or an idea of why I do what I do. I was in the pastorate for 31 years. I had trained to be a counselor before going into ministry, and now I'm kind of coming full circle. And so I would encourage them to do that, to watch my story and to know more about me and what they're getting when they call me.
So you're available to speak at different churches, ministry conferences as well?
I am. And we do that throughout the year, where we visit different churches, because that's really how we operate from day to day. We depend on the donations and partnerships with churches. We have several churches now that are partners with us. We have individuals who are monthly supporters, and we meet most of them when we go into churches and share the ministry and the vision of the ministry with them.
Okay. Is there anything else that you want to add? Or
I just want you to know we're here for you. Especially pastors, please don't hesitate to call us. We want to be a help and an aid to you because we believe healthy congregations are led by healthy pastors. And if you're not healthy, your church can't be as healthy as it can be.